All right, so I'm going to show you the reason why we product designers choose to use Behance as our portfolio site. Okay, sorry, as our portfolio. You can see this now. Let me show you this particular project. You see this particular project, a UX or UI case study, as the case may be. This is something that you're going to do at the end of this whole class, at the end of the whole program that we've been doing. This week I'm going to take you on research UX, especially UX user experience, how to get good user experience. So would all be prepared for that. So why do we use Behance? We use Behance for presentation for things like this. For example, when you're done with your project, you come here, you do the mock-up, which I'm going to teach you today, and you present it. You list your team members, list the tools you use, you list you say the overview. That is what the app is about, your design process. Remember what I taught you: discover, define, ideate, design. You tell them how you did it actually. Now you're going to also see the importance of wireframe, all the things we've been talking about, all the things we've been saying. This is where you put them into practice. You talk about the timeline to your problem statement, the solution, then the user research, which is something we're going to be doing this week. I'm going to show you how to do that. Then this feedback, how you get feedback um from the users, and your affinity map, your user personas, user journey, the features of the app. So you put all those things, even the user flow. It's like a flow chart. You do it, and your wireframe. See where your wireframe comes in as important. You can see this is a MiFi wireframe because it has text and typography in it. So you can see this is why you need Behance. Even components, you put your components there, your icon component, your other components you use, the button and the rest. This is Behance. You use it for presentation. So if you want to post a presentation like this, of course, after designing all those things, you design all those things in Figma. You create all these things on like a desktop frame, and you keep expanding it and expanding it on Figma, and you save as an image when you're done doing that. So how do you post? You see this here, share your work. You should see it on your own too. Um okay, I thought people were in the waiting room. So you come here, you click share your work, you click on project. I don't use work in progress or live stream because I definitely want to present a work that I know I've finished. That is also something you should also do. Don't present half work, present a work that you know you have finished. So how do you go ahead to present? You see, start building your project. All these things will show for you. All these things will show for you. You can put your prototyping, like I'll show you how to prototype today. You can put your prototyping link here, and it will actually show on this your workspace here. You could also upload a video, maybe of a live simulation of how your prototype works. You could also choose to do a photo grid. You could choose to type talking about what the project is all about. Then you can put your photo, that is that photo you saved of the whole project. Okay, you could, when you click on it, it will open your file manager for you. So let's wait for it to open the file manager. Yeah, so after opening the file manager, remember I told you to create a folder in your file manager and name it Figma Design so that it is easy for you to always reference your design or see where your designs are. So I have mine. It's called my Figma Designs. So it's easy for me to always save all my Figma designs here. And whenever I need it, I just click on the folder and go to where I need. So whatever project you're working on, in that my Figma file, you create another folder. You create different folders inside for it. You can see food, you can see iFX and e-wallet, you can see LinkedIn, Microsoft Team Project, and the rest of them. That is how I arrange that. So I expect you to do the same too. So let's say you want to upload this whole Futron iFixing wallet design that you've done, and you want it to be arranged. You can start from the splash screen, click on it, hold control, and click on the other ones to select all of them together. Click on the other ones, select all of them together, and you can see they're all written here. And you click open. Once you click open, it gets uploaded here, and you come here to this point here. You see continue. It's supposed to show green when you're done with this, but me, I'm not uploading it because I already have this particular project on my Behance profile. So you click continue, and you continue, and to show you options, it show you options, description, you put your description, you put your tags. For example, since it is an e-wallet I did, in my tags I can put e-wallet, I can put mobile app, I can put things relating to what I did, okay, things relating to what I did, so that other people from different countries can see and appreciate my work. Learn to use tags. You will see that it is self-explanatory when you're doing it. So that is how you share your work on Behance. Okay. So those who have created theirs, go ahead and follow me so that when you make a post of your first post, which is part of your assignment for this week, I'm going to see it and vet it that you've done that. This is my name. Then you filter with my location, Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, that is how you see me. If you just put my name, you might actually not see me. So filter it after typing my name, filter it to Lagos, Nigeria, and you see me. So that is that about your Behance upload. That is that about your Behance upload. Who just joined, please mute yourself. All right, so let's move ahead to the next thing we have on our agenda for today. Any questions pertaining to the Behance, Obadiah and Adana? Because you guys were the ones here while I was. Okay, if you have a question, go ahead and ask your question. Let's continue. If you don't have a question, no question yet. All right, no problem, no problem. I'm happy you guys are understanding. All right, look, so let's continue. Let's continue. I'm coming. So the next on our list is prototyping. So let's go to our Figma app or our Figma, and so this was the mobile app UI I did, the trending mobile app UI I used as example for you guys. So I'm continuing from here. So now imagine I want to prototype all the screens. What is prototyping? We already talked about prototyping. Prototyping is more or less like a live simulation of how your site should work, or the navigation of how your site should flow, your user flow. Okay, that is prototyping. So this is the first screen you see when you load the app. Yeah, so after this screen should follow the sign in screen. That is the onboarding. They call it the onboarding, sign in and sign up screen. They call it the onboarding. Okay, so how do you navigate how do you navigate these screens? That is what prototyping is all about. How do you make it go from here to the next one and back to another one and stuffs like that? Okay, so that is what we are going to do today. So when you want to prototype, what do you do first? You can see this design is highlighted, while others are not highlighted because we're in the design panel. Now you click prototype if you want to prototype. If you want to prototype, you click prototype and it will go to the prototyping panel, and um, you can go ahead and prototype. Or this is for inspect. If you want to inspect a particular frame, you click on that frame, and it will show you the CSS code. This CSS code, you're not the one using it. Okay, see this sign in screen now, see all the CSS code for the particular canvas. You can see the width the height, the top margin, the left, the radius, that's the corner radius we use, the color. Then you see the CSS code that they could use to get the particular thing here. Okay, this is CSS code for it. So developers will come here and copy this code to get exactly what they have here while they download the images and the rest when you collaborate with them. And how do you collaborate with them? The same way I taught you, through the share icon. You share, put their mail there and invite them, or you send them the link, and they have view access. So from the view access, they can see the CSS code and download your files and work with it. So that is how you collaborate with designers. It is not hard. I'm sorry, with developers, it is not hard. All right, so prototype let's go ahead and prototype. Okay, so now I want this splash screen to move on its own. When it loads, I want it to move on its own. You can see when you click on something, it shows you this arrow, this circle here. So if you want to, let's say I want to maybe this battery, now I want to prototype this battery. I'll click on the battery, click on this plus icon that is coming up and drag it. You drag, then an arrow comes out. When the arrow comes out, you point it to where you want it to go. And once you point it to where you want it to go, this panel comes out and you have to style this panel. You style this panel. Is either you want it to move when you tap it, or you want it to move when you drag it, or you want it to move while hovering. That is, while it is you're doing like this, it moves. Or you want it to move while pressing, you click on it and it moves. Or for mouse enter, mouse leave, touch down, top up, or after delay. Okay, so yeah, we are going to see all that. Then you want it to navigate, you navigate to, or you want it to open an overlay, you want it to swap overlay, you want it to close overlay. So these are things that you're going to actually play with while you're prototyping. You learn all those things while you're prototyping. So here shows you the different screens you have on this particular workspace. You see your home screen. If you want this, if you want to do it manually, sorry, hold on. Okay, so if you want to do it manually, you go ahead and click where you want it to navigate to. If you want it to go to the home screen, you click on it. If you want it to go to the iPhone 13 Pro mockup, or whatever you want it to go. But currently we're on the splash screen here. That's why the splash screen is not highlighted like the other ones. Okay, so yeah, that is how prototyping works. So if you want it to go instantly, like once you click on it, you want it to just change instantly, you put instant. But if you don't want it to be instant, you want it to dissolve, you click on dissolve. Smart animate is maybe for slides, you want it to slide. Smart animate is actually very nice, and we are going to use it now. If you want it to move in, you want it to move out, you want it to push, slide in, slide out, anyone you want, you can do that. Okay, so now if you want to delete a particular prototype, you want to delete it, you click on it and it's highlighted, then you press your backspace and you've deleted that particular one. You don't want it again. So now once this screen loads, I want it to fade and then fade into this one. I want it to change and this one will come up. Okay, this one will come up. So what do? I click on this, the whole entire screen itself, the splash screen itself, and drag it to this one. Okay, and I'll drag it to this one. So after dragging it to this one, I come here and style. Okay, after dragging it to this one, I come here and style. I want it to be after delay. So I click on after delay, and I want it to be to navigate to. So I click on navigate to. Then I'm choosing Smart Animate because after delay is used together with Smart Animate to make it just move. So I click on Smart Animate, and when you click on Smart Animate, this comes out, this seconds. So how long do you want it to stay? That's after delay. How long do you want it to stay on the screen for people to see? So I put 800 milliseconds. You could choose more. You could put 1000 if you want it to stay more. You could put less if you want it to stay lesser. Okay. So that is how it works. So after delay, you want it sorry, hold on. After delay, all right. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please type. All right, no problem. So let's continue. Yeah, so we were talking about the ease out. Sorry, the smart animate. Oh. All right, sorry. I had to quickly answer a call. So let's continue. Um. All right. So I used after delay, and when you put after delay and smart animate, definitely this minutes, this is it minutes or seconds? Yeah, seconds. They come to your screen, and you have to style how you want. If you increase it more, it delays more. If you reduce it, it stays on the screen more before moving. Okay. So after doing this first one, you can click on the second one you want to simulate, the second one you want to prototype. So I want to prototype this screen. I want this button especially. I want this button especially to move. Sign in button. After you sign in, that is after putting your username, your password, it should take you to the actual screen. It should take you to the actual screen where you can go ahead, see your profile and shop, okay, which is this screen here. Which is this screen here. Yeah. Which is this particular screen here. Come in, let me rename it so that so you can just click on the button. When you click on the button, you see this plus icon coming on. Make sure you highlight whatever you want to prototype. Click on the button and you drag. If you drag it, you drag it to wherever you want, and it shows you this arrow, and you leave it at that particular place you want it to be. Okay, you leave it at that particular place you want it to be, and once you're done, you see this tab will come out for you to style. Okay, this one I don't want to use smart animate. I just want it to move. Like when I tap on the button, it moves. So on tap, I use on tap, navigate to yeah, the home screen there. Then I want it to be instant. You click on instant if you want it to be instant. If you want it to dissolve, you click on dissolve or any one you want. Okay, so this one is actually quite simple. Then the next one I'm going to be doing is the sign in screen. So when you sign in, where should it take you to? What message would pop up? So the sign in button, I created a message like a welcome message. You've successfully created your account and proceed. Okay, so the sign up button, sorry, should take you to this message screen. So you drag it here, and after dragging it there, this comes out, and still the same thing. I want it to just be on tap, navigate to, and I want it instant. So yeah, that's it. So after that, the proceed, where should the proceed take you to? The proceed will take you to, yeah, the home screen to where the sign in should have taken you to. Yeah, so when you click, you drag to this screen. So after dragging, this will come up and still the same thing, still the same thing. So it is not only buttons and screens that you can prototype. You can actually also prototype. Let's say you want to prototype this particular word here. Okay, so let's do that together here so that you see one that I'm doing. So let's say you want to prototype this one, already have an account, sign in. So I want to, when you click on this, where should it take you to? Definitely it should take you back to this sign in screen here. Okay, so I click on it. Once you click on it, the this comes out, then you drag back to the sign in screen. This is the sign in screen. Yeah, sorry, let's do that again. So you drag and place it here. Yeah. So this comes out. This is the sign in screen and this comes out. So I just want it to be on tap and it should navigate to and it should be instant. Okay. Yeah, that is what I want. So I leave it like that. I've prototyped that. So this sign up screen now, this do not have an account, sign up. So I want to prototype this. I click on it and this comes out. I drag to the sign up. This is the sign up. Yeah, and this comes out too. So I want it to also be on tap, navigate to, and I want it to be instant. All right. So how do you see what you've prototyped? How do you see the actual simulation? You can see all the wires, you can see all of them. Normally it's even supposed to be more than this. If you have more screens, you see it everywhere, you see it going everywhere. Okay, you see it going everywhere. I'm going to show you an example of something like that now. Let's see an example of something like that. Give me a second. So let's wait, let it load. Can you see my screen, please? All right. Yeah. It has been loaded. So yeah, this is how a normal prototyping should look. Okay, you can see how the lines are because we drag from here to here, from there to there. So you can see you navigate, you keep prototyping your text and everything. This button to which place, back to which place. So you can see all of them. That is how your prototype should look like this. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a normal prototyping how it should look. So um yeah, so this one is just few because we have few screens here and I'm just trying to show you an example. But for your project, you're designing more than 20 something screens for me. So definitely you should prototype each and every button and each and every screen. So be ready for that. I've shown you basically how to prototype. So how do you play your prototype? How do you play your prototype? How do you see what you've done? You see this plus icon here, this plus icon. You click on the plus icon and it takes you to your prototype. That is how it works. So when you click on you to what you've already prototyped. So it's loading. It's loading, so let's wait. Prototype, actually, if your system is not strong, it takes a long time before it loads. But I believe you're using strong systems, so it shouldn't take much time for it to load. So let's wait until this loads. Alright, so this is our prototype. Um, yeah, so you can see when you click on flow one, it will show you this screen, then it moves on its own without you touching it to the next screen. And that was how we did it. Remember here we used after delay here. After delay, you can see it did not stay in the screen for long. It did not stay Okay, it did not stay on the screen for long because in our after delay we used 300 and 800 um, minutes per second. So you can see it. So if you wanted to stay longer, you could put 1000, 15, 2000. Yeah. So the higher the number, the longer it stays on the screen. But the lower the number, the lower it stays on the screen. Okay. So this 300, it waits for 300 meter per second. It shows you, it loads, then it waits for 300 minutes per second before it leaves your screen. So that is what is happening here. That's what happened here. So let's load it again. Flow one, and hold on. So flow one, see what we see, then it loads immediately. That was too fast, so you could do your own to be slower. Okay. So we prototype the sign in button. So when you click on the sign in button, it takes you here, right? Takes you here. So what's the next one? Normally you can prototype this home screen. This home screen, it can take you back to the home screen. It can take you back to this is the home screen, yeah. So this is the home screen here. So you could prototype this button, this button, this button, this button, even this one to show you what the product is all about. So that is what I expect when I tell you to prototype each and everything. Pay attention to detail, where it's supposed to go to, what page is supposed to load next, and the rest. So when you go to flow 2, which is the sign up, after inputting your email, password, and the rest, you click on sign up, and you see you successfully created an account. Click on proceed, and it takes you here. Yeah. So remember we did this this do not have an account, sign up. So if you click there, it takes you to the sign up screen. So sign in, it takes you, click on it, it takes you to the sign in screen. So you can see how prototyping works. So it's showing us this phone here, this iPhone here, because we use iPhone Pro Max 13 or something. I don't know. So if you used a Samsung phone, it's definitely going to show you a Samsung prototype here, Samsung case or something. So you can actually still style your prototype. You could see here, you could change the background color to any color you want. Let's say you want this color, it changes to that color. So if you come here, you can see it is this color, but I don't want that color, I want white. So you could change the casing of your, or the model of your phone, to either be silver, gold, blue, or graphite. So let's say we're using gold. Let's go and see how it looks. So it's loading because we changed it. So let's see how it looks. Okay. So if you look very well, you see the casing has changed to gold. Yeah. So, but all those things are not really necessary. You just need to show live simulation of how your site should flow. So the device is iPhone 13 Pro Max. You could decide to change it to any one you want, but definitely you were working with iPhone screen. You designed everything with iPhone screen, so you continue like that. Remember, I'm always preaching consistency. So you could also design for an Apple Watch, and you do the live simulation of it, a TV presentation, and all the rest there. So yeah, that is basically how prototyping works. It's not something really complex, but if you have a lot of screens, you just need to know which specification you should use for it and the likes. So do we have questions before we move next? Do we have questions? Okay, go ahead, ask your question. Yeah, sure. Prototyping also is done for websites. What I showed you is actually for websites. This verificate stuff I showed you or something is for is a website app, a web app. You can see. Let's move closer so that you see that it's actually desktop. Let me remove the prototype and put design so you can see it's both desktop and mobile. See, this is desktop now. This is desktop screen. Then this is mobile. This is the mobile screen of it. Yeah, so that's it. You do for you do for mobile, you do for desktop. So you can see here it's showing desktop. You can see desktop here. So if you prototype it, is the desktop that will actually come out and you navigate from there. So what's the next question? Can prototyping go backwards, say from menu screen to splash screen if necessary? Definitely. Prototyping is back and forth. Back and forth. Remember the one I told you, I showed you now. Remember this one I showed you now. Yeah, this one I showed you. Remember this sign up screen, this one here. Sign in screen was at the back here. Okay, we dragged it from here. You can see the line. We dragged it from here. It came back. You can see how it crossed. Sign up screen is in the front. That's the same thing. So you could decide, maybe there's something here and the screen you need to go back after that. Yeah, you could always do that. It's a back and forth thing. Did that answer your question, Obediah? Okay. Okay, so that will be said, do you prototype before working with developers? Sure, because the developers need to understand the flow of what you designed. You can't just design and expect developers to understand that, okay, from this screen they're supposed to move to this screen. Okay, after this screen they're supposed to design this and develop this screen. You don't expect them to understand that it is your design. You're in charge of the design. Okay, you made the research, you did the user flow and everything. So you should prototype so that they can understand, what you did, okay, what the app is all about. Yeah, the features of the app and the rest. Prototyping actually helps for them to understand. And sometimes if your team maybe the developers haven't worked on the project, sometimes they present your prototype to the board members so that they could get funding and start working. So that is like the basic importance of prototyping. Do you understand? Is the question answered, Adobe? All right. So Da Silva says, why do we need two flows? Actually, I didn't create the two flows. Figma did that. So it did that because we have screens here. You can have flow one, flow two, flow three, anyone. The important thing is that when you come here, it is actually showing you. It's actually showing you. Sorry, that's not it. It's actually showing you here what you did. Okay, it's actually showing you what you did because we've not really detailed. We haven't really created all the details for this particular app. Normally, from sign up, you go to sign in. From sign in, you go to the main screen. From the main screen, you can shop and go to other screens. So, things like that. There are a lot of other screens that we haven't added. So, don't be scared about the flow one and flow two. Just do your thing. Sometimes flow two won't even come out if your design is actually straightforward. Does that answer your question? Okay. So you said so prototyping can be exported to our file manager. Okay. Prototyping can't actually be exported, but you can share the link. How do you share the link of your prototype? So here you come here and you see share prototype. When you click on share prototype, you can actually copy the link. You copy the link of your prototype, and if you share the link to anybody, they would see this particular prototype. Okay, so let me do that so that you can see this prototype. So I'm copying the link. Normally what I do is from the link, I open it on my own phone and record my screen, or I can record my screen here while I'm prototyping and save as a video and share on my Behance account. Okay, or I use the see this get embedded code. If you go to Behance, if you copy this link, when you copy this link, you're not using this one for Behance, you're using this particular one, this embedded code for Behance. So when you copy it, you go to Behance, you see prototype here, or you see embed, but you can click on prototype. Once you click on prototype, a prompt will come out for you to put your prototyping embedded link there. You can see paste code. So you come here, control V, and it's there, and you embed. When you embed, that particular thing you're doing would show. This flow would show in Behance. Okay, so we've killed two birds with one stone now. So you've seen how to put your prototype on Behance. So let's go back. So let me copy this link and share to you guys so that you can all see. So you say in image or video format. You can record your screen and save as video format. Okay, you can record your screen while you're prototyping and save as video format, or you share the link to people if you want them to see it. Do you understand? Okay, so you can click on this link to see that particular prototype. So this is how you're actually going to share your prototype with me as your assignment. Okay, remember the first assignment is for you to create your Behance account, and upload your first post on Behance, which is your landing page. You could decide to use your former landing page or a new landing page design you want to create, but let it be something beautiful, nice, and presentable. Okay. Then you follow me on Behance by searching my name, and I'm telling you now the mode of submission for the first one. That is after creating your Behance portfolio. You follow me. This is my name. Then you use the filter location Lagos, Nigeria, and you see me. If you just type my name, you won't see me. So yeah, then you submit your assignment. That is, you make your first post on Behance, and you tell me you've done so, and I'll see it and appreciate your work. That is how I get to mark the first assignment. And the second assignment is for you to the app you created prototype the app you created, every single screen, prototype it and share the link with me through my mail. That's the second one. Any question regarding that? Questions regarding that? Ask me questions now because I want to see all your assignments. Remember, you'll be graduating soon from this class, and um Adelby, you came late. I explained what Behance is all about. Behance is your portfolio that you send to your employers to see all the works you've done. Understood? Sure. All right. Say when is the deadline? Okay, the deadline is on Wednesday. Deadline for all these assignments is on Wednesday. Yeah, so you have to be up and doing work and get those things ready and submit. Yes, this week. This week, because the next assignment that is coming would be tough. You would be going to people to conduct surveys and asking questions. That would be on Thursday. And before Thursday, Seth, I'm going to make a video and send to you on how to do that. There's another video you're going to watch. There's another video you're going to watch that was already made, and the video is about mock-ups, how you can this particular design now. Let me show you. I created that for you yesterday, so you have nothing to worry about. It's on the channel. I'll share the link with you. So all these designs, if you want to present it on your Behance and you want it to look like it is inside an actual phone, a real life phone, like this now. I made a video on how you can do that. So this now I can go ahead and post this particular thing on my Behance as the first thing people would see before seeing other screens that I created. So you can see how it looks. So the video is already made. I'll be also expecting the third assignment. You have the first one, which is Behance, post, follow me, and I vet it. The second one is creating your prototype with an app that you've done, every single thing, prototype it and share the link to me via my mail. Then the last assignment before Thursday is this one. You do the mock up of your design as a presentation that you want to post on Behance. So now that you're on Behance, go there and see how people make their own presentation. Be up to date. See how people make their own presentation, how they do their mock-ups and the rest. Yeah, so I'm going to be sharing the video of this particular one. So you have nothing to worry about. Questions? It says the app for mobile or desktop. You can prototype anything you want to prototype, whether website or mobile app, anyone. But remember, I told you to create a website UI and a mobile UI. So you can go ahead and prototype it. But I want to see different screens that you're prototyping. You're not just prototyping one screen. I want to see different screens. Is that all? Sure, I'll write the assignment as a reminder. At the end of this class now, I'll do so. Who else? So, in the absence of no other question, we are going to end class and I'll send the video for the mock-up, okay? So you do well to watch the video and turn in your assignments. I want to see everybody's assignments. If you don't turn in assignments, you won't be able to graduate from this class and you won't have the access to lifetime mentorship after this class finishes if I don't see work from you. If you come to ask me questions, I won't answer you because we finished the class. So you should be asking me questions pertaining to things you want to do in the future, not taking me back to what I've already taught in the class. So do well to submit your assignments. If you have questions, you ask me now so that you can graduate and become professionals. Okay? So we're ending the class now and I'll share the video with you guys. Thank you everyone and bye bye.